Hello everyone, in this video we will see operations on list in Python. So without getting late, let's get started. In the previous video, we have seen the functions which are accepted by a list. These are the functions which are used to manipulate the data in the list or add the data or remove the data or clear the entire data in a list or copy some data from the list to another list. Let's declare a list L and add some values and do manipulations on the data. So I am using Python interpreter which can be used to execute single line commands. So let's say L be the list is equal to empty brackets. So we have declared a list L with empty data. Now try to add some data to the list. Let's say L dot append of, let's say the value that is added to the list be 45. Now if you check the list, you will get a list with a single element 45. Try to add some more values. So now check the list. L is equal to 45, 12, 23, 79. So when you are appending values to the list, the values are inserting at the end. And then we can store strings too. Let's say L dot append of, let's say hello world. Now if you check the list will become, it can store integers as well as strings or any other data types like bool. You can append a bool value too. See, now check the list. So the value is stored as boolean true. So any type of value can be stored in list. Next, clear function. This clear function will remove the data from the list. Before going to clear, let's declare another variable. Let's say v is another list. If you want to copy data from L to V, you can think V is equal to L will make a copy of L into V, but it's not how it works. Let's see if V is having same data as L. For suppose, if you add a value to V, let's say John. Now check what values are in the V. See, V having John. Now check L. L also having John. This is because you are just creating another reference to the L, not copying the values. If you want to make different object from the given object, you can do in two ways. One is you just copy the data from L to V. Otherwise, you can use a specific syntax to make that. Let's take a new variable X. It's a new list, right? X dot append of 12, X dot append of 23, X dot append of 45. Now if you see the X, 12, 23, 45, these are the elements of X. Now if you want to copy this X into some another variable Y, then Y is equal to X dot copy. Now see Y is also having same elements 12, 23, 45. How would you say that these two lists are different? Now add a value to Y and that will not reflect in X. Let's say some George. Now the elements of Y are 12, 23, 45 George and the elements of X are 12, 23, 45. So you are referring two different objects, right? In this way, we can differentiate two lists and we can make copy of one list to another list. And the first three functions are completed. The next function is count. This count function is used to count the number of occurrences of an element in the list. Let's say for suppose X dot append of 12, X dot append of 12. Now X contains 3 12s. So if you want to count the number of repetitions of an element in the list, this count function will help you a lot. The syntax is x dot count of, pass the element which you want to check. Let's say 23. So 23 is occurring one time in the list. If you change that value to 12, now 12 is occurring 3 times, repeating 3 times. In this way, the count function will be used. And next, extend. To extend some values, let's say you are having 5 values in x, 12, 23, 45, 12, 12. If you want to add a few values at a time, let's say those values are 1, 2, 3. You can extend the list by making just x dot extend of the list is 1, 2, 3. See, now the list becomes 12, 23, 45, 12, 12 and 1, 2, 3. So the list is extending these 1, 2, 3 values at the end. In this way, we can add multiple values to the list. Other name for this process is extending the list. That is why the function name is extend. And the next function is index. So the index function gives the first index of an element. X dot index of 23. Now it will return the index position of 23, which is 1. The index positions of list starts from 0. Always starts from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. So the index of 23 is 1. First, suppose if you take 12, it is returning 0 because the index function will by default return the first occurrence of the element. You cannot find the index of second occurrence or third occurrences by using this index. There is separate procedure that you need to follow to find out the second occurrence of the element or last occurrence of the element. If you want the last occurrence of the element, you can just reverse the list and apply this index method, and then you can find out the last occurrence of the list. So the next function is insert. You can insert a value at a specific position of the list. X dot insert at index, let's say 3. The value is 5. Now let's see. The element at index 3 is 5. The list after the 5 will be moved one position right side so that this fifth element will insert at the required position of the user. In this way, we can use insert to put an element at a specific index. And the next function is pop. This pop function will remove the last element of the list, or to specify the index of the element, this pop function will remove the element at that position. First, we will try just pop. The element is 3. If you check the list now, there is no 3 in the list because we have removed that 3 from the list. And if you want to remove an element at a specific position, let's say I want to remove 45. The index of the 45 is 2. Now see, the list becomes 12, 23, 5, 12, 12, 1, 2. The 45 is removed because you have passed the position of the element that you want to remove. The second position element has been removed from the list. And next, remove function. This remove function will remove an element if you specify the element. Let's say x dot remove of, if you want to remove 23. Now see, in the list there is no 23 because it is removed from the list. And if you want to remove 12, see now, 12 has been removed only once because the remove function only removes the first occurrence of the element. It doesn't care about the number of occurrences that have been in the list, but it only removes the first occurrence of the list and removes it. If you want to remove all the 12s, you need to find out the count of 12 and you should iterate a for loop 3 times, and every time you should remove the 12. That's the procedure if you want to remove a repeated element. And the next function is reverse. This function will reverse the list. Let's say x dot reverse. See, now x will become reverse of the original list 5 12 12 1 2, but the reverse list is 2 1 12 12 5. And you can again reverse the list if you want. See, now x become the original list 5 12 12 1 2. The reverse function is used to reverse the list. That's it. And the next function is sort. In general, C or Java, you need to write a logic for sorting any list or any array. But in Python, you have a flexibility that there is a sort function for list. You can sort the list based on your criteria using single line lambda functions, but that is beyond this video. And you can sort the list very easily, like say x dot sort. Now the list is sorted. You can see 1 2 5 12 12. If you want to sort the list reversely, just say sort of. You make a parameter reverse is equals to true. Now see, x is sorted in reverse order, which means descending order. You can give parameter reverse key, and there are few parameters in sort function. We will see more about sort in the future videos in detail. So that's all for this video. If you like this video, do share with your friends, and if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing. Without being said, my name is NB. We'll catch you in the next one.